Hello, how are you guys doing? You know what I realized today? I realized I was putting together the video so it would be available on after hours so people could catch up with 999. I realized that I had a missed opportunity in order to make it so that way I could have it 9 videos long. So maybe what we do is like 10-minute streams and then like one like 8 billion hour stream to finish it off, or I just accept that that's not the case. How about we start with 999? We'd maybe do it for an hour because it's gonna be either an hour or 2. We'll see where we're at an hour. I'd like to play the receiver today as well. Why is that an issue? They made a new one. They did. Unable to sync your files for Zero Escape. Cancel. That's a bad sign. Why is it doing that? Zero Time Escape? What are you doing? The digital root of 414 is 9, which is also the Titanic sinking date, which is why we're doing it. That's a normal bug. Do I press cancel or play game? Yeah, it is a 4-parter, so I think it's going to be one video on Friday for JoJo. I'm sorry. Just click play? Okay. I'm like, oh god, I haven't seen that one before. JoJo might have to be a one video thing this Friday. I'm sorry. Tilda is, she's working from home as well, and she's using her sewing machine because that's what she does for a living. Sewing machine, people don't get this. It's kind of obvious when you think about it, but it's like heavy machinery. Like it is. You could hurt yourself really badly with it, and it's very loud. Like most other parts of, what is she making? Well, her job used to be making other stuff, but they've recently transferred over to making, face masks for the local hospital and for people who are buying them. So that is, I think, more important than JoJo. So if I wake up early enough in the morning before she's awake and I record JoJo, cool. If I don't, then I don't. JoJo is not as important as that, you know? So, yeah. My wife is fucking great. Like, I know I'm supposed to be like, I hate my wife, blah, blah, blah. No, my fucking wife is awesome. I love her. That's why I married her. It's how you're supposed to do it. Anyway, this is happening. Each page only sees, what, maybe 2 to 3 minutes of light before the reader is on to the next. They spend the rest of their lives locked in darkness. Okay. I'm not a boomer. That's why I want this generation's thing to be like, I fucking love my wife. You know? I don't want this generation to be like the last one. There's a scam caller. Hello?
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 Speaking with Brian. Brian Mullin.
No.
Are you Mr. Mullin?
No. Okay. That's horrible. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. Not at all. Hey, Ima, thank you for the raid. Is this a scam call? You can't say yes? Because if you say yes, then they like a fucking like fairy, they'll take it. They'll steal it from you. Wait, hold up. Ima just rated for 99. That's the thing. Wait a minute. What's the digital root of 99? It's 9, right? Hold up. Oh, I can't use the calculator, but like, yeah, it'd be 18, and then 1 and 8 is 9. Holy shit, Ima. Thank you for the awesome raid. An oddly specific number. Outside of memes, it's still thank you. I live in the darkness, but that is gifted upon me the ability to catch the truths that others might miss. I can hear voices hidden in the darkness, you might say. So he cares a lot about books. Well, thank you, Gear. I'm glad. Oh, speaking of coffee points, I announced it yesterday. I'm going to announce it again today because I'm going to announce it every fucking day until the day comes. Town of Nowhere, Thursday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I spent 8 hours today working on the last, 5%. I think I got to about, 99% done. It is almost ready to go. Close enough that I can call it for Thursday. So, there's that. Thursday. At 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is currently 6:09 Central Standard Time if you're watching this live, or about 1-ish Central Standard Time if you watch this as soon as it came out. So, there's a note on top of the table. T-Thursday, yes. Because fucking autocorrect thinks T-Thursday is a thing. And Tuesday, which is even more confusing because that could be Tuesday. There's a note on top of the table that says Lights of the Books, okay? So this is going to be just fucking confusing because of the way that the map is going to work, isn't it? And we're just wandering around the room, and then there's the stairs. Okay, got it. Now is a good time, if you aren't already on the Reddit, to check out the Reddit. I am a strong advocate of working out with, a cabal of friends what you think is going to be what you should be doing. And then nominating one person to be the person to say a thing. And then when they say it, you don't use up your coffee points. You have someone else use up their coffee points. Everyone votes for it, so that guy gets his way, which is also what you want. You see what I'm saying? That's a weird book, Junpei. Indian mathematics. That's funny. Why is that funny? Pythagorean theorem. It's a famous one. Sounds like there's a number of math books in this section. How's there an entire book on the Pythagorean theorem? Ask Jeeves, thank you for the 7 months of support. Holy shit, you know what? Actually, hold up. That was something that I forgot to do. I was during the last stream, during Homestuck, I was I'll thank you guys after the stream's over. And then I fucking didn't because I'm an asshole. So, thank you to the following people real quick. Thank you, Retired Banana, for the 100 bits. Thank you, Colonel Crispy, for the 10 bits. Thank you, Ender, for the 8 bits. Thank you, Stop Talk Nil, for the 5 bits. Thank you, Flamatus, for the 100 bits. Thank you, Ender, for the 15 bits. Thank you, Fake Wizard, for the 15 bits. Thank you, Retired Banana, for the 5 bits. Thank you, Darvid, for the 100 bits. Thank you, Tom Demon God, for the 100 bits. Thank you, Jackier, for the 5 bits. Thank you, Tom Demon God, for the 20 bits. Thank you, and this is just the order it's coming out on the little scroll that I've got. Thank you, Tom Demon God, for the 20 bits. Thank you, Minmo Cat Foods, for the 2 months of support. Thank you, Link Fries, for the sub. Thank you, Fake Wizards, for 8 months of support. Thank you, Stop Talknil, for another 5 bits. Thank you, Flamatus, for the gift sub. Thank you, Void Peach, for the 100 bits. Thank you, Mickey Wisp, for the sub. Thank you, Meaty Refrigerator, for the 100 bits. Thank you, Tom Demon God, for the 50 bits. Thank you, Fake Wizards, for the 100 bits. Thank you, The Only Guy I Know, for the 100 bits. People are in chat are like, ants! It's a good meme. Thank you, Ender, for the 100 bits. Thank you, Rexodus, for the Homestuck bits. Thank you, Wolvesbane, for the sub. Thank you, College Student, for the 200 bits. Thank you, New Wave Beastie, for the 14 months of support. Thank you, Dust Incompetent, for the 5 bits. Thank you, Umbreon Lee, for the sub. Thank you, Opikami, for the 8 bits. Thank you, Marcus Streams, for the 100 bits. Thank you, Mike, Jabroni Mike. He dropped by and slammed down 10 gift subs. Super cool of him. Thank you, Nat Dog, for the 3 months of support. Thank you, Forever Sinister, for the 2 months of support. Thank you, Salmon Pips, for the 7 bits. Opikami for the 18. Ender for the 9 bits. Rex Key for the 5 bits. Glassum for the 100 bits. Stop Talking Ill for the 5 bits. Phoenix for the 44 bits. Ender for the 5 bits. Virtual for the 5 bits. Jack Neer for the 5 bits. Ender for the 5 bits. Oldloff 3 strikes for the 1 month of support. Retired Bananas, thank you for the 5 bits. Lady Pedantic for the gift sub there. Gear, thank you for the 100 bits. Ender, thank you for the 5 bits. Jack Neer for the 5 bits. Top Houndor for the 500 bits. Frozen Today, thank you for the Homestuck bits. Top Houndor for the 51 bits. Dustin Competent, thank you for the 5 bits. Joey, thank you for the 20 bits. Thank you on AMA Radio for the 5 bits just now. Titanium, Tita Titanium, thank you for the 5 bits. Pendulum Meat, thank you for the 10 bits. Opikami, thank you for the 2 gift subs. Persimmons, thank you for the sub. Flamatus, thank you for the 100 bits. Slap My Face and Call Me Grandma, thank you for the Homestuck bits. Thank you, Ender, for the 5 bits. A lot of these 5-bit ones, I'm betting it just added them up. No, it's not going to be 5 bits. It would be 8 bits. Anyone who's donating 8 bits is probably donating actually 413 bits. On your AM radio. I see. Thank you, Fake Wizards, for the Homestuck bits. Thank you, Glasson, for the Homestuck bits. Dr. Habit, thank you for the sub. Frozen Today, thank you for the 5 bits. Dustin Competent, thank you for the 5 bits. Van Bader, thank you for the Homestuck bits. Thank you, Sky, for the 2 months of support. Fishboy Liam, thank you for the Homestuck bits. Glasson, thank you for the 100 bits. Ender, thank you for the 5 bits. Rick's Key, thank you for the 5 bits. Opikami, thank you for the gift sub. Ender, thank you for the 5 bits. Frozen Today, thank you for the 10 bits. 20 bits, because there's 2 sets there. Top Pounder, thank you for the 22 months of support. Lyric Hartwell, thank you for the 4 months of support. Bobulus, thank you for the 8 bits. So that's probably a Homestuck one right there. Jack Neer, thank you for the 5 bits. Rick's Key for the 5 bits. Frozen Today for the 30 bits. Thank you, Fake Wizards, for the 17 bits. Opikami, thank you for the 69 nice bits. Ender, thank you for the 5 bits. Jack Neer, thank you for the 5 bits. Tomato for the 5 bits. Bobulus for the 8 bits. Otwat for the 100 bits. Opikami for the 200 bits. Kakyon, but Insil, thank you for the 66 bits. Fishboy Liam, thank you for the 237 bits. Probably should have added all these up. Stop Talking No, thank you for the 5 bits. How long is this list? We're almost done with it. Opikami, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Red Monster, thank you for the sub. Tom Demon God, thank you for the 5 bits. Dustin Competent, I didn't think it was this long. Thank you for the 5 bits. Stop Talking No, thank you for the 5 bits. Jack Neer, thank you for the 5 bits. Xena Cobalt, thank you for the 500 bits. Stop Talking No, thank you for the 1,025 bits. Tom Demon God, thank you for the 17 bits. Ricksky, thank you for the sub. Derek, thank you for the 2 months of support. Ender, thank you for the 100 bits. Lizardus, thank you for the 3 months of support. Jack Neer, thank you for the 5 bits. Stop Talking No, thank you for the 5 bits. Tomato Flanges, thank you for the 100 bits. 19-second Respawn, thank you for the 8 bits. Almost done. Brooke, thank you for the 7 months of support. Bobulus, thank you for the 10 months of support. Repressed Badger, thank you for the 2 months of support. Tom Demon God, thank you for the sub. Astropod, thank you for the sub. Frozen Today, thank you for the 13 bits. Anna LRK, thank you for the Homestuck bits as well. Grassfur, thank you for the 8 bits. And Stop Talking No, thank you for the 8 months of support. It's nice, everything. Thank you for the 5 bits right there. We are done. Sorry. That's how that 5 bits here, 5 bits there. That's how you pay rent. That's how you get to do this for a thing. It's a huge deal for me. Oh, we're in slow mode? Sorry about that. Slow mode off. There we go. Sorry, we probably left that on. It looks like it's a book in German. It was written works of something. Never heard of it. How long do you think the next, how long do you think Town and Nowhere will last? There's gonna be a fairly major plot point. I expect it to be somewhere in the... Well, we've done 8 streams so far, right? I'd expect somewhere between 10 and 18 streams total. Streaming every other week, you could probably figure out how many months that is. Give or take a bit. If Snake doesn't know what it is, then I don't think we'll ever know. It's nice, everything. Thank you for the bits. I'm sorry. I said don't thank me for the bits, and you still thank me. And I didn't even read what you said, so I thanked you again. Fuck you. Thank you for giving me bits. I'll thank you if I want. Perhaps it's about the English Revolutionary? Dadkind. What? It's the German mathematician. It's a, Oh, God, I was about to make a Homestuck joke. Jesus Christ. Oh, no. It's happened. I can make Homestuck jokes and they make sense. No. Japanese modern literature. Awesome picture book here. It looks like it's an old folktale. Don't you think it's kind of weird that this book's only a picture book? Maybe you ought to hold on to it. Sure. Let's pick out this one book out of this entire goddamn shelf. The Origin of Japanese Folklore. History, urban life, religious trends, environmental changes, oral traditions. Folklore can cover these things too if you know where to look. Looks pretty deep. Agriculture, history, organization, in folklore. Okay. So that's the folklore section. Oh, I should probably be taking notes. Oh, God. I need to remind myself that notes are important for this. But, yeah, we'll be doing Receiver in a bit. And Receiver 1 was the name where Tilda got her screen name, actually, because I was streaming it. And I was doing an April Fool's joke. And the holster gun button is Tilda in that game. It's a very complex gun game. You have to do everything. So that's why the joke was for April Fool's Day that I would that everything was like voice activated. So instead of saying like, you know, each individual bit, why is it like that? The people who were into Homestuck when Homestuck was big were a problem. And some of them. What Homestuck character would use Dad Conspectivus? You sinners. So many books here. I wonder what that... Whoa, what's this? Warm? I'm sorry. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Hey, what's the deal with the sappy stuff? Wait, what? What? A couple of books in a glass shelf. Left, right, 6, 3. Okay, hold up. This is important because nothing in this universe is fucking normal. 6, 3, 2, 4, 1, 5. Fuck. Alright. So I feel like Homestuck has a almost deserved reputation of being a dumpster fire. There's something suspicious about the shelf on the left. Okay. What does that mean? There's something at the bottom. You can't really see it because the glass is all foggy. What do you want to bet? Locks where you rotate the numbers until you figure out the right ones. What the hell is this? It's like they just gave us the answer. I'm guessing I might as well give it a shot. Yeah, I'm going to bet that this isn't right, though. It would be too easy if this was the answer. Fuck. You did it, Jumpy! Yay! I don't know why, but this really doesn't feel particularly happy about being praised for that. Whatever. At least the lock's open now. Let's see if we can open it, alright? There isn't a lock here anymore. Cool. Powerful light bulb. How is it powerful? It's got a magic wand on it, okay. What's inside? Why aren't you gonna open it? Pretty sure I just have pages inside smarter. Whoa! Right. So what do you think those are, game? S, okay. SE dash 5, because that could be I or 1. Didn't think about. I heard about the Sharpie die thing. Yes, I've heard of it. It's a thing. What is that? Well, when I opened it, these 4 letters popped out. So I guess it's a pop-up book, huh? SE5. Wonder what that means. It could read as sex if you lined up the letters just right. See, like that? You kind of close your eyes and you're colorblind. It might work. Sex. 2 trucks. Involuntarily. Alright, so how about I just stop fucking around with things and I figure out what the door is? Where is the door? What's the deal with these titles? They're all gibberish. What if we, like, switch them around? Switch them around? Yeah. We move around, maybe they'll spell out something. Oh, I get it. Heck, it's worth a shot. Oh. Open. Put the books in the right order and open this thing right up. That was a piece of cake. So why is this puzzle so stupid easy? Turned out well enough. Spelled out open here, find bulb. Oh, hey, it does. I just was looking for open, but that's cool. Cosmic inflation. That's a fetish, I'm pretty sure. It's like regular inflation, which is... just pains me to say regular inflation as if that's a thing. The only people who get excited about, like, inflation are economists and, like, people on the internet. And it's for different reasons entirely. Shut up? No. You shut up about inflation being a thing in the first place. Rev, focus. I am focusing. Alright, so we need to find a key. We need to add lights to something. Where would he even put lights? Probably downstairs because there's nowhere to... oh, there's a thing in there. This thing. What is this? 3 lights on this thing. They aren't very bright, though. Didn't we find some really powerful light bulb earlier? Why don't we put it into one of these lights? Yeah, just to get a lot brighter, but if there's 3 lights, that means there's 3 light bulbs. Well, much point unless we can replace all of them. We need all 3, huh? Okay, cool. So the game just says, hey, you need 3 first. I hope that I don't have to care about what is in what section. If that's the case, then I'll go back and actually check. But, Where have I not checked yet? All right, let's check the map and figure out where we are. All right, so we're there. They do have the same binding. All right, search this one as well. Let's see what's in it. I'm going out on a limb and say it's still... oh, head. Does that say head? All right, okay, so head, probably. I have no idea what to do with this information. We finishing tonight? Probably not. Baseball. Human anatomy. Regeneration of internal organs. How much did I miss? 24 minutes. About 5 minutes at least were me just thanking people from the last stream, I think. Maybe they're talking about reconstructing abilities that humankind once possessed. In other words, they might be talking about cultivating a 6th sense. Alright, so we did this one. Yeah, last night's stream was fucking wild. Like, if you're into Homestuck, it was great. Am I gonna stream Receiver 2 at some point? Yes, tonight. I feel like I think to like the same person like 3 or 4 times. Could have probably actually consolidated that information down and just been like, thank you for the 3,000 bits or whatever. But instead I was like, thank you for the 5 bits, thank you for the 5 bits, thank you for the 5 bits. Are you going to at any point? What? Environmental protection. I was trying to... Dude, hippie chicks, really? And then I thanked Snice Everything, which, again, thank you for the 5 bits. It's now just getting to be real shitty of me. You say you don't want to be thanked. Well, too bad. Coat rack. It's a place where you can hang coats and hats and stuff. Well, this one's not too big, so maybe just hats. Sure. So, the problem with this is an entire goddamn library of bullshit. I have no, like... It seems like the majority of this area is just functionally useless. Like, you can't really do much about it. Oh, hey, here it is. Cowboys and Indians. Alright. Let's take a look at this one. Maybe it's got some... What do you think this says? It's got the letters LRK. LRK. Alright, there you go. Can't make sense out of them. Large, round, and kinky? Nah, probably not. 7, this is why we aren't including you in the puzzle solving. Hellenism. It's like a fusion of Greek and Oriental culture. It's called correction of muscle and bone density and bone strength. Just saying that because it's got muscle. Yeah, it's not even a very good name. I'd love to read it sometime, but I don't think we have the time. Kind of curious about it too. Yeah, it's a bit dumb. It's functional now to some degree to call people American Indians because there's certain rights that are afforded to American Indians but not Native Americans. But that's just because the law is dumb. And I don't claim to be an expert in that at all. But yeah, no, it's dumb. Imagine being that shit at reading maps. Like, and he was, like, actually important. Like, they wanted him to go do that. I know, like, we like to pretend like they did just, like, throw him out there. But, like, what kind of person do you just give, like, a fucking armada to and then just go, like, I don't know, fuck off somewhere with it? Like, they had to, like... They had to assume that he knew what he was doing, right? They didn't know there was another continent. I guess? But didn't... Imagine that's describing... Okay. If he's just gonna have a wall of text, I just cannot care. I want to have an armada that I can just tell someone to fuck off with. I'm not reading all of this, like, flavor text just because it does... I don't think that it's actually relevant. There's a whole lot of space behind these books. Look, Junpei, you found something hidden behind the books. You did? Oh, hey, it's the last light bulb. All right, we're done here. What the heck, man? I wasn't getting... But now that you bring it up, I'm going to shove you off this railing. What? I want a library like this. Like, not even kidding. All right, can we do this now? 9 sides. And there are 3 of these things that look like music stands. Maybe if I put them on top of stands. Well, okay. Oh, change the bulbs. Now they should. Whoa, these light bulbs really make a difference. It's pretty bright in here now. All right, and then we put the things that we've got. I don't know what the order is yet, so we're just gonna put them down randomly. How about we try putting these picture books on the stands? And then... Awesome! Looks like it worked! Way to go, Junpei! Good job, buddy. There's something projecting on the bottom. The letters, they seem familiar. Sheldrake 5. Okay, so... I thought I was gonna have to, like, shuffle these around and try and figure it out, but that would have to involve, like, figuring out how the lighting of this room would work, so, that would be difficult. Shelled. Okay. Shelled. This room feels like they're like, I don't know, you're on the home strike now, my dude. Just fucking beat it. Whatever. Right? Alright, cool. Where do I punt that? Where do I put that information in? A little afraid that I might have missed something. I guess the bookshelf has astronomy theme. All about history. English, energy theory, development of nanomaterials. Sheldrake 5. The puzzles are getting less intense to make more room for morphogenic fields. Okay, we did that puzzle. Cosmic inflation, right? Why is he alive and differently dressed? It turns out that he didn't die in the first place. I know that seems completely not a thing, but like... Oh. Oh, okay, that's weird. She wants to switch bodies with him so that way she can be ripped. And she's like, why wouldn't you want to switch bodies with me? I know you were thinking about it because you're perf. Why is she like that? Like, he's a full-ass adult man. Wait, Abdul has his... That's not a person's name. It's the name of a fictional book called Abdul Halzird. Said to be one of the sources used for the creation of the legendary Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon. Oh, so these are all occult books and stuff. Such as Kit as Alfzif. Okay. Golden rabbit and the moon on it. Does that mean the rabbit lives in the moon? Rabbits are pretty cute. What's this about moon stuff? It's yeah, it's a Chinese legend about... I forget exactly what the function is. No. Okay. Do we just... I feel like we've scoped out the whole room. Note on the table. Lights to the book. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly don't remember a lot of Eastern folklore. There's some cool stuff in there, but keep looking, you'll get it. So I need to find Sheldrake 5. That doesn't mean anything to me. Mochi it's pretty good. It's sort of like ice cream. And I think probably back in the day, if you were... I don't think like... And correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think milk was like a thing, really, in a lot of like Japan and China, right? So, if you wanted ice cream, and you didn't have access to milk, or at least you didn't use milk, mochi is a pretty close thing. So I think the reason that everyone goes absolutely apeshit over mochi is because it's kind of like ice cream. It's kind of like why you would go apeshit over ice cream. You know? Mochi has ice cream in it. No, I don't know things. God. I don't know a damn thing. That's why I stream. It's nothing like it's cold, it's sweet-ish. It's a nice after dinner thing. Am I getting it confused? I actually have to like read and interpret the words on screen, don't I? Mind swap. Cult stuff. Golden rabbit. I think you're giving me too much credit if you think I'm pulling out some Play-Doh or whatever here. Yeah, I'm sorry for making you crave mochi. But I think that's the reason. Unless if like, because there's like the ice cream equivalent one and then the non-ice cream one, right? It's talking about superstring theory. It's a theory of reality where, how to explain, says that all elements in the universe are governed by vibration and harmonics of super symmetric strings. Right. I explained that on stream once. Thank you, game, for calling me out on knowing things. What's this? An overview of conformal field theory? It's a theory that posits the invariant quantum field where the conformal transformation can take place. Knock it off with the science voodoo stuff. Trying to put me to sleep? Theory of general relativity. I know this one. That's Einstein, right? Yeah, I explained that one on stream too. Is that still kind of a joke, or does it... The string theory? No, I was talking about, I think I was talking about relativity on stream. String theory, I think, is just one of those, like, someone in a MIT lab somewhere got real fucking hard, I said. You know what? Someone in an IT lab got real hard, and they're like, I gotta publish a fucking paper about this shit. Same shit. They're like, oh, man. Alright, so that's the same shit again. All about history, Western world, history, 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 history. Sounds fancy for something like prehistoric critter. Nothing mentioned, a lot of were likely reptiles and amphibians without hair. I can't imagine they needed much perms. Got 7 what? Hellenism. When is, receiver? I'll probably do it at the hour 30 mark. I'm gonna beat this puzzle and see how far along the track I am. So, here, I'll check the track here in a second. Menu flow. Okay. So, basically, in order to beat this game, I gotta do this. Alright? I don't know how many puzzle rooms there are, and I don't know how hard this puzzle is. But once I beat this, I'd like to switch. It depends on how difficult this room is. There's not that much left in this game, and I'm really fucking excited for Receiver. Receiver is one of those games that I never got around to beating, just because it's so fucking hard. And it gets a little repetitive, and I'm hoping that they fix a lot of the problems I had with it. Math. Primary number theory, or analytical number theory, or geometry. Nobody said anything about those. Well, number theory is usually split into 4 different disciplines. This is probably actually the most important one because, you know, this fucking... What is Receiver? The most intense gun shoot game. And then, like, there's a guy in a monotone voice who people used to think sounded like me, but now I got a better mic, so I don't sound all blah, 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 like all one fucking pitch. Now I have, like, range to my voice. Alright, can we do anything with this? Dadkind, Owen. Oh, there it is. It says Sheldrake on the spine. It's got the volume number. Yeah, it does. Receiver is like my summer car for guns, but also being a little high instead of drunk. Yeah, that's a really good description. What if you were really high and you started thinking about, I thought you always sounded like the guy who did that Half-Life Freeman's Mind thing. Yeah, I watched a bit of, what is it called? Half-Life, but the AI is self-aware today while I was working on, you know, just things that needed to come together for Town of Nowhere. It's literally just cooperative Freeman's Mind. Like, even some of the jokes are directly taken from that. It's kind of bizarre. If you haven't seen Freeman's Mind, it's good. You probably would like it because my humor is very much there. So I see it. It's right there.
Sheldrake 5?
I think I saw the rest of his collection somewhere.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around here.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Sheldrake.
Have you heard of him? Sheldrake, I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lotus told me about him.
There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake.
Oh, I had
He has a
completely
rather
forgot about
interesting
that.
theory. Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Sure.
Really? From Lotus, huh?
Well, Clover also said something to me about that stuff.
She did?
Yeah, what was it?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things.
Uh-huh.
The first is epiphany, and the...
That girl. I told her not to tell anyone.
You did? Why?
Well...
Are you Sheldrake?
Look, man, I didn't push it because we're in a hurry, but I'm kind of sick of this. How about you just tell me, okay?
Tell you what?
Don't give me that. About the experiment.
Ugh. Very well, fine. But not here. Let's move to the top floor.
Why, though?
I suppose I might as well start by telling you why I kept quiet.
Why am I laying
and
on
why
the
I made
floor?
sure Clover did as well. To be honest, the explanation is quite simple. Zero told me not to. I had little choice. He didn't walk up and tell me, of course. He gave me a message engraved on a card.
That's a Braille card. It looks just like the one you showed us earlier.
It is.
So you had 2 cards?
No, only one.
Huh? What do you mean? I thought that card just had some rules for the Nonary game on it.
Yes, it did. And those were the rules I read you. However, they were not the only thing on the card.
If I knew Braille, could I have read that and known
There
that?
was something I didn't read. Well, perhaps I should say there was something I couldn't read.
What?
And that was?
Tell no one of the events that took place 9 years ago. Tell, and I activate your sister's detonator.
Okay, now hold up. Why would you tell me now?
It's a threat on our lives.
Oh. Well, what about Clover? Did she get a message from Zero too?
I don't believe she did. But doesn't it strike
You
you,
need
as
to
strange
know
that
Japanese
Zero would
Braille
shut
and
my
Japanese.
mouth, but
Oh.
not hers?
Well, you don't have to touch things to be able to read Braille. If you know how Braille is supposed to work, you could probably just read it with your eyes. Assuming you could read Braille and also could see. He was imprisoned? Okay, fair enough. It doesn't strike you as strange that Zero would shut my mouth, but not hers? Yeah.
To be on the safe side, however, I told her it was best not to tell anyone. Still, apparently she told you.
But you just told me, so doesn't that mean that she'll explode now?
What's wrong with her telling me? I figured some stuff out with the things she told me. I mean, it looks like the whole activate her detonator thing was just a bluff. She's prancing around downstairs happy as a clam now that you're back.
That's probably the problem. How many people are literate to Braille and visually so? I figure it's probably important for if you know someone who's blind, like you've got a family member or something, you probably pick up Braille just, you know, like if you know someone who's deaf, you probably learn sign language. It's probably actually less important to learn Braille if you have a family member who is blind, because you can still communicate with words. So you don't really need it for communication's sake. So I don't know.
That's very true. I've decided I can trust you. I've decided to tell you the truth. The chance that Santa is 0 is very high. I feel I can assume Santa doesn't have the time to observe us at the moment. And at any rate, even if he were, I very much doubt he would kill us.
You need to be able to read Braille to write to someone who's blind now that we have the internet and computers. Well, no, if you have a computer, you just do voice to or text to voice, right? Text to speech. If that's how the blind people that I've known in my life did it, is they would they had like a number they'd call, and that would read text to them that they got.
Why?
Clover told me about the 4-leaf clover, about the words.
You need to be able to read Braille to write to someone who's blind, though now we have the internet and computers. Though, G-Max, thank you for being smarter than me. Dyslexic moment there. Thank you. I think that might have just been a dumbass moment. There's a fine line. There's a very, very fine line. Though, yes. It's almost as if you were agreeing with what I was saying before I said it. In other words, I was agreeing with you.
If he knew about that, then he was in my group during the first experiment. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't kill us, no matter what the situation was.
Hey, Snake?
Yes, I know. You want to know what happened during the experiment?
Well, yeah, you're in a robe, we're stuck in a library, and the door is locked. And the experiment's kind of the same. So yeah, it would be nice to know what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
How much do you know?
Clover told me about...
I see. The morphogenetic field in the experiments 9 years prior. How the experiments had taken place simultaneously at 2 locations, one being the ship and the other being a building in Nevada.
Never trust a cornflake girl. Can you, and it's a big ask, but can you come into a chat once without immediately try to have a fight with someone? Like, that'd be rad.
And the girl that died during the experiment. She told you all that, did she? At any rate, I now know how much you've learned. All that
is who did this and why, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me what happened?
Yes. The people who organized the initial experiment were from a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals. There were 4 of them running the show. Gentaro Hongo, Nagisa Nijisaki, Teruaki Kubota,
Okay.
Kagechika Musashido. Hongo was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
But that's Ace. We know that.
Nijisaki was his right-hand man and did the lion's share of the planning. Kubota led the company's research and development.
Wait, is that
division.
Mike?
Musashido was their majority stockholder. It was these 4 people who planned the initial experiment. Let me simplify it for you. Hongo designed it, and Nijisaki put it all together. Kubota developed the
This is
technology
new information for
required,
Jumpy in this
and
timeline.
Musashido
That's right.
provided the
This
cash.
one's Mike. This one's Ace.
Huh, so it's
And that's the
Hongo,
Pringles man. You're right.
Nijisaki, Kubota, Musashido...
And he looks familiar, but I bet he's not.
Of course, more than 4 people were required to conduct an experiment of this scale. To that end,
Sorry, I
they
got distracted.
organized
What the
a
fuck are we
top
talking
secret
about?
team to assist them with their research. All in all, they gathered 10 people or so. Those 10 completed their team. and they were able to begin the project.
Oh, that could have been Mr. X. The, not Mr. X. Oh, that's Mr. X, and that's fucking the captain. I figured it out.
They named it the Nonary Project.
Why would you have
Purpose of the
10
experiment
people to do
was
the
to research
Nonary
prospect of
project?
controlling a
The
human
fuck is
mind
wrong with
through
you?
sheer will. The vessel, I suppose you could say.
You had
for
one
this
job
control
to make it 9
was the
people.
morphogenetic field.
Huh.
Why did the glycerin suddenly begin to crystallize?
Because this is fucking stupid
Why
and
did
not
the
real.
crystal structure of EDT undergo a sudden change? Why did the rats improve their puzzle-solving skills with each generation?
Because it's fun. There's 9. It's 9. Literally, the game is called Zero Escape. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. 9. The Titanic sunk on April 14th. Suspend your disbelief. He's explaining to me how ice works. Stupid ice, not real ice. Fake ice.
Experiments with humans produce the same results.
Behind the Nonary project, not participating. Okay, that's fine then.
The more people who knew the answer to a question, the more there were who could answer correctly without having seen the problem before. Why is that? How could it happen? The answer is that the shape of the answer has been
Stealth
stored
Archer,
in
thank
a
you for the
field
11 months of
invisible to the
support.
naked eye.
It's time for Rat Circle, Rev. What is this? Is this an image? What the fuck is this? 9 hours, 9 clowns, infinite rats. It's time for Rat Circle. 90 hours of exposition, 9 clowns, infinite rats. What?
And through that
Like,
field,
I'm never going to
the
forget
resonant
when
event
the Titanic
transmits information
sunk, because it's
related
the
to
day
that
after
answer.
Homestuck Day, and it also is the digital root of 9 for some reason. It's art for Mike, I see.
That's essentially the idea behind morphogenetic fields.
Right, I tuned out everything you just said.
But that's just a theory.
Game!
Can't bring yourself to believe it?
Yeah.
Let's say someone killed another person because the devil told them to do it. Whether the devil exists or not has no relevance to the murder. They believe the devil exists. Whether or not he does is immaterial.
So what matters here is that Hongo believed in the morphogenetic field.
Okay, I was like, where are you going with that?
That's right.
But I still don't get it. You said they wanted to figure out how to control people, right? That is what you were saying.
Yes.
So how are they going to do that with a morphogenetic field?
Just convince everyone the answer to who should be president is one of them or something?
I'll keep it simple. Let's suppose 10,000 people have solved a certain problem. The chance of you knowing that answer, even if no one has told you, will go up. Let's have another example, shall we? Say 1 million people were to do a handstand right now. Tomorrow, the chances of you doing a handstand would be higher, even if you had heard nothing of this hypothetical mass handstanding. Mankind's thought process and actions are all part of a resonant event. All of the resonant events encoded in the fields are projected onto you.
That's not how statistics work. No, we're not talking about statistics. We're talking about morphogenic fields. You think this is a math thing. This is a ice doesn't melt at room temperature thing.
Of course, this assumes you believe in this theory. Do you follow so far?
Yeah.
Now, if there was a person who had the same effect as those millions of people, what would happen?
People
If
would
that
be
one
doing
person would
handstands
do
all
a
the time?
handstand, other people would find themselves wanting to do handstands as well. Can you imagine what a person with powers like that would be able to do?
Convince a hell of a lot of people to do handstands. It's like orcs. Yeah, you're actually right. Yeah, morphogenic fields is actually how orcs work in 40K. Legitimately.
Come on, there's no way.
I'm not done. Imagine another scenario. Imagine another person. This is an ordinary person. Let's say he does a handstand.
Why is it handstands?
What if there was someone who could grab the resonant event he created by doing that and use it to make other people do handstands? What would happen then? A person who has the power to write to the field, and someone who can read from the same. You could think of them as the writer and the reader, or the transmitter and the receiver. What would the world be like if there were people with abilities like these?
So the transmitter's resonant event can be transmitted through the field and sent to the receiver. And then the transmitter can control the receiver however they wish. That's what you're saying, right?
So why though?
Yes. Close enough, at least.
Come on, that's just crazy.
Well, if you want to prove that, then you'll have to test it first.
You'll have to do a handstand.
At least, that was how they thought. That was why they decided to do their experiment. That was how the Nonary project began. By the way, Junpei, have you ever heard of the Gansfeld experiment?
Fuck, no. You're gonna tell me. Go for it, my dude. I just sit back and listen to
that was
you.
an experiment in telepathy, right? You place a pair of subjects in separate rooms. Then you show one a picture and ask the other what they see.
Right, I forgot about this. It was with twins, and it didn't work in the end because it was some way that they were accidentally cheating, and then they figured out that it didn't work.
Interesting. I'm impressed. Yes, that is exactly correct.
So, why did you bring up the Gansfeld experiment?
It was used to screen subjects for the Nonary project. The hospital in a remote town was affiliated with Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo used it to conduct experiments on visiting children in secret. Some of them, he found, had potential.
To do handstands. I can't do a handstand. Like, if gun to my head, you were like, do a handstand right now, I'd be like, shoot me. Because the idea of doing a handstand, like right now, especially, like the idea of doing a handstand and fucking it up, right? And then you land on your neck weird, and then you're like, oh, I'm dying! And you don't die immediately, it's just your spine snaps. And then you're just laying on the floor, and you eventually can, like, call, like, for an ambulance. But then they come up, and they try and get in your apartment, but they can't, so they have to break the window or the door down. And they get in, and then they're just like, what happened? And you're just like, I fucking did a handstand real bad.
He began to gather children that showed promise.
Rev, what the fuck?
Children that
No, that's a
seemed as though
real
they might
fear.
be able to access the field. Of course, none of them volunteered. They were kidnapped. There were 9 pairs of siblings taken, for 18 children total.
People are like, 999 is influencing you. Or like, of course it was 18 children. Do you have a phobia of doing handstands? Maybe? No, I just have Dave moments outside of Homestuck before I started reading Homestuck. I've always been like this. I actually have like several years worth of evidence as proof. Like literally go watch a VOD before I watched Homestuck or started reading Homestuck. You'll see that I actually still have this kind of weird shit that I say.
For reasons that were not fully understood at the time, each pair had one transmitter and one receiver. They were split perfectly. As such, the 18 children were split into 2 groups of 9. The children who were put into Group Q were the ones who excelled at transmitting. They were transferred to the mock experiment building known as Building Q in the Nevada desert. The children who excelled at receiving were put in Group A. Group A was then placed on the former hospital ship Gigantic. From the experiments he had conducted so far, Hongo had learned the following. There are 2 things that can increase one's resonance with the fields. The first is epiphany. The other is danger. Have you ever been faced with an especially difficult problem and thought about it very long and very hard until finally an answer suddenly appeared in your mind?
Sorry, I was
It
clicking
may
out of the
seem
window
obvious
to
say so,
deal
but
with the
that is
thing.
what is meant
Sorry.
by epiphany.
The music was just a little fucky there for a minute. That was my bad.
The information obtained through that epiphany can be easily transmitted through the fields, where it can be easily interpreted. Adding danger to that equation allows
That was my
for
bad.
even easier field access. That's where Hongo came in. They set up a number of puzzles across the Gigantic. The participants had to solve each one before they could move to the next room.
Everything's fine. Yeah, I just wanted to... I have things that pop up on my screen when people post stuff, and I just want to get rid of those things because they're starting to block the chat where I couldn't read it anymore.
Of course, he hadn't forgotten to include danger. He had detonated a bomb on the hull of the Gigantic. The children in Group A were forced to play the Nonary game as the ship sunk. By forcing the children into a life-or-death situation, Hongo hoped to increase the likelihood of their tapping into the fields. The children from Group Q, on the other hand,
Couldn't you
were
just
confined to the
tell
mock
them
experiment
that they were in a
building
room?
Q.
Couldn't you just fake all of this? Couldn't you just tell them, hey, I'm going to sink this you're in a clone of the Titanic, and we're going to sink it. You don't know any fucking better.
Building Q duplicated the interior and puzzles of the Gigantic exactly. Every detail was exactly the same. Hongo explained the situation to the children in Group Q. Solve the puzzles you find throughout the rooms. When you have the answers, transmit that information to the children in Group A. If you succeed, they will be able to solve the puzzles and escape. But if you fail, then the Gigantic will sink, and your brothers and sisters will drown. Those were his orders.
What the fuck kind of orders are those? Imagine if this wasn't real, which it's not, and it didn't work because it doesn't. How fucked up would that be if you were having to solve things? Who's worth, Vriska, Magnus, or Ace? In order, Vriska, Ace, Magnus. Magnus did nothing wrong.
Do you know why the astronauts of Apollo 13 were able to return to Earth safely?
Vriska doomed an entire, species. 2 different timelines of 2 different universes. Ace just tried to murder, approximately 9 children, which is worse. And then Magnus did nothing wrong, so he's just fine. Magnus, the Red from Warhammer.
It was because NASA had access to a replica of the Apollo 13 capsule.
Wait, I stopped paying attention for a second. What the fuck are you talking about?
All of the equipment, the instruments, everything. All of it identical. Everything was just like the real Apollo 13.
Right, but they used the fucking radio.
NASA was able to replicate the situation the astronauts found themselves in.
Magnus did nothing wrong except for actively ripping a warp hole into Terra. He didn't know that was gonna happen. So it's not his fault. It's the Emperor's fault for not telling him that that's what would happen if he interrupted his project. Dooming them to have to go through hell every single time. I'm not going to talk about Warhammer. I'm not talking about Warhammer.
By putting themselves in the same situation, they attempted to solve the problems the astronauts were dealing with.
Magnus did nothing wrong.
Once they found solutions, they reported their findings to the men aboard the actual capsule.
But that's different than using psychic powers to do it. I don't really know how to fucking explain that to you. It's totally fucking different. No. It's so fucking different. The difference between just hey, we're going to kill your sibling, and if you don't psychically transmit that information to them, they're gonna drown on a replica of the Titanic. What? And that is not the same thing as they have a copy of the Apollo 13 lander and they use the information that they had and they're like, this is what they got, boys. We got to put this together and make it a fucking oxygen filter because their carbon dioxide levels are getting too high. Got to fucking make one out of string bean and a bag of duct tape.
That was how they were able to return safely. It was the same with the Gigantic and Building Q.
But then they called them and told them, hey, this is how you solve the puzzle. How about this? How about this? All right. I've got a piece of paper here. I'm going to write a number down on it. What number did I just write? I legitimately just wrote a number down on this paper. I'm not even going to tell you how many digits it is. Just fucking get it right. Okay, so point of view man got it. It is 6. A lot of people said 69. You were close. All right, so, all right. That was with random guessing with a bunch of people. Point of view man is just psychic. That's apparently the trick. So never mind. Fuck it. Apparently it is real. Apparently morphogenic fields are right.
The children from Group Q had to use the
Point of
power
view man. No, hold
to
up. No,
solve
hold
the
up.
puzzles
We're gonna
they
do this
found.
again. We're gonna do this again. I'm gonna draw a shape, point of view man. You fucking guess what shape I just drew. How was I supposed to know that? You're not! You're absolutely fucking not supposed to know. Why did you all guess triangle correctly? Fucking stop it. It's weird of you. It's weird of you to get this right. Morphogenic fields, everyone.
And transmit what they learned through the fields. The children in Group A, however, they had to access the fields to learn how they might advance to the next stage. That is the simplest explanation I can manage.
Huh.
Hey, Junpei, Snake! Get down here already!
I must be a powerful transmitter. There you go.
He's right.
That's it.
Let's go, shall we? We don't have much time. We need to get out of here, and soon.
Hold it. There's one more thing I want to ask you.
Hmm?
Are you sure that there were 18 kids?
Why?
Well, I thought it was only 16.
Oh, yes. That was what they said on the news, wasn't it? Yes, I have no doubt that 18 children were abducted and used in Hongo's experiment.
Why would you know that? Is it because it's fucking 9? 9?
After all, you couldn't exactly play a Nonary game with any less, could you?
Well, yeah, but are you saying that the news got it wrong?
Yes, I am. There were 2 more children. However, they had no relatives that I'm aware of. I imagine no one filed a police report when they went missing. They were brother and sister, like Clover and I. The brother's name was Aoi. The sister's name was... Her name was Akane. That was the girl who died.
Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago? Then, who is June?
Wait, he didn't say the full fucking name, though. What?
No. It's impossible.
Akane is just a normal name. No, but, like, guys, let's say someone dies, right? And I have a really good friend, and you know what? Their name was James. Does anyone know a James? Because they're dead, because I knew a person named James once who died.
It can't be true. Akane isn't that uncommon of a name.
Right?
Is Snake another last name that's a
I'm
different
literally
pattern?
James. No, you're literally dead.
So they share a name. A lot of other people do too. It doesn't mean anything. It was someone else. Of course it was.
Is something wrong, Junpei? Your breathing sounds strange.
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm fine. Let's get back down there, all right?
Your entire point was the next line. Yeah, it was. I know. No, me and the game are on the same wavelength. I'm the receiver this time.
Why didn't I ask? What's her last name?
Why don't you ask him now?
I just couldn't get the words to come out.
That's it. Said a picture was pointing to, but it didn't say 5 at the. But didn't it say 5? Yeah, so we need to find the 5th volume. There it is. Oh, wait, look at that. There's a big red button behind this book. I guess we should all press this button. What was that sound? It sounded like something really big was moving. Came from the top floor. All right, let's go check it out. Like, you guys weren't looking around to see what the button would do when we pressed it? I forgot how Roman numerals work. Surely, okay, so it's, I forget if it's like, it's in order, so it'd be 3 less than 10, so that's 7, right? So 7, and then it's 6 less than 10. No, but it's, you do it in the order, right? Because it's like littlest to biggest. So it's 13, 14, 10, 13. I know there's spaces in between them, but you go in order, right? You know, the number of times that I've had to read Roman numerals in my life has been fairly low. Left or right, right. But it's like, so it's like, use the Final Fantasy series as a, oh, right, okay. Yeah, it's the other way around. So IV is 4, not VI. VI is 6. What about Super Bowls? Who the fuck watches sports? Sports are canceled. Well, I bet you got to type something on that keyboard. Yeah, but you can only enter letters. And it looks like you need 4 letters. Let's see how it works. I guess you need to hit enter once you type in the letters. You erase what you type with clear. Okay, I get the basic operations. Let's give it a shot. Okay. I'm gonna guess we do digital roots here. So it'd be 4, 5, 1. Oh, that's the 6 from earlier, right? And then 4. Letters, not numbers. Yeah. No hints, guys. No spoilers. Telling me how Roman numerals is not a spoiler. Right. Yeah, that is alt right there. It's that's wrong. Yeah, probably. Yeah, Fraser plays. Thank you for the host. All right, so let me think on this for a minute. Is there another word that's 4 letters that I could put as the thumbnail so that way YouTube doesn't get mad at me? No. The intro being spacebar is confusing, but you know, that's fine. Meat. Piss. I like that. Poop. Or boob. Elmo. Just be spoiled for choices here. You guys will have to wait and see. Alright, anyway, so 13th letter of the alphabet is M. 14th letter of the alphabet is N. 10th letter of the alphabet is 3 before M is L, M, C. I can't do the alphabet backwards. I'm not drunk. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, J, K, L, J. And then 13 again, M. Would it be 0? Okay, no. That was worth a shot. Don't. I hate this keyboard. No, there's a lot to hate here. And this, you stupid fuck. Oh, it's gonna be hexadecimal, right? Yeah, okay, so fuck it, I'm looking up hexadecimal, I'm not figuring this out. Hexadecimal, okay, just show me how letters work. How do letters work? How do letters work? 15 is F. What about the rest of the alphabet? Surely there's more letters in this alphabet. 10 is A. Yeah, okay. Alright, so that means that 13 would be D. Because it goes 10, 11 is B, 12 would be C, 13 would be D, 14 would be the next letter, which is E. Then it goes 10, which is, oh, it's dead. Hey, it's a word. Good job, everyone. D's nuts. Yay, you did it, Jumpy. It's unlocked now. Good job, Jumpy. Whoa, there, don't get too excited. The password is dead, remember? Just makes me think whatever's waiting for us isn't good. You mean in this boat that's sinking that we were on, stuck on, in the middle of the ocean, and we have bombs at our stomachs, and someone was just taken away at gunpoint? You might think that there might be fucking something wrong soon? Come on, we got it unlocked, didn't we? Let's go, let's hurry up. Alright, let's give this thing an open.
Alright, this is the next.
I never knew Ricky May as the voice of Soldier. I knew him always as the voice of Peppy Hair. And Star Fox 64 is probably one of those games that is like just crucially important for me as a kid. And you know, use bombs wisely. Do a barrel roll. It's just yeah, it's fucking awful. All the more reason to do all the things that the CDC is telling you to do, and be even more cautious than that. You know.
The door!
Did that just close on its own?
Don't tell me we can't go back.
I don't know. Let's see. Damn it. It looks like it locks automatically.
Is there any other way out?
Well, there's another door over on the right. There's a card reader next to it. It's got a red light on it, though, so I'm pretty sure it's locked, too.
But there is a card reader, right?
Yeah.
Then perhaps if we find a key card, we could open the door and leave?
Well, yeah, that might work, but...
Hey! Wait a minute. Are you saying we're gonna have to search through this room for one little card?
Oh, man.
Looks that way.
No way.
For real?
Well, we can sit down and wait to die, if that's what you prefer.
Snake, you can't see the clusterfuck that's going on around you, but trust me, it's bad.
I rather doubt that, however, so it would be wise to start looking. We haven't much time. Oh, and the Neptune key as well. We won't be able to get through the hallway without it. All right then, let's begin.
Well, he has echolocation. Maybe he could use his fucking echolocation now. The study. That's what you want to call this clusterfuck? Alright. Alright, let me double check and make sure where we are in the flow. Give me an estimate on how long you think the rest of this stream is going to be, because I do want to stream some Receiver tonight. Receiver 2, I mean. How many hours do you think I've got left? Two hours if you do this room well. Hour and a half. Hour. Okay. Have I played? I played a fuck ton of Receiver. 2 hours at most. How about we go ahead and call this game here for today, and we switch over to Receiver 2. Have I played the new one at all? No, I literally booted it, made sure it screen captured well, and that's it. They reused the music, which is awesome. I think it'd be better to make that one big-ass stream in the end than cut it weird. And Receiver, if it's anything like the first one, I probably can't get a whole lot of it. It's the Titanic's anniversary, I know. But it also came out today. I don't know. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then we might do more of it later in the day. I know it's the date that the Titanic sunk. I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. Maybe we do a split stream. We do a little bit of Receiver, and then we'll see how it... I mean, the Titanic actually sinks tomorrow, which I guess is a thing. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, and we'll come back. We'll do this. And I'll stop and start the stream after we get back, and then that way we can get it all set up all right. And we can play some... yeah, it sinks in 50 minutes. What do you mean it sinks in 50 minutes? From now? I thought it sunk tomorrow. I'm going to do a 2-minute break. Today's Chrono game is Death End Request. It looks like an anime game with waifus. I don't know. 2 games worlds. Anime JRPG with a unique battle system. It's $14. They paid me to tell you about it. Or at least if you buy it, I get money for you buying it. So there's that. So there you go. BST, I see. Was it leap year? I'll be back in 2 minutes. BRB. Bow, bow, bow. Ba la la ba ba. That's a fucking good song. I'm back. Are you? No, you got 30 seconds. So I'll keep thinking about Jump Around. That's a fucking good. That is a good ass fucking song. Not the Limp Bizkit version. Like, it's not a great song, but it is one of those songs that's just like, damn, it's fucking cool. Have you guys heard of Jump Around? The Limp Bizkit version's awful. Jump up, you get down. Jump around. No more ads? It's over. The ads are over. Alright, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to stop stream now. I'm going to restart stream almost immediately after, once it lets me know that the VOD has been cut. And then that should cause it so that way the VODs get split, and it will make it uploading to YouTube a lot easier. Cool? Give me the thing in chat once you when you hear it. Just to cut the VOD. I'll be right back. Okay, cool. BRB.